you can always add more to a painting, but you need to realize that the painting is already
fucking laps on the computer.
Stay in the moment. I was just like, I'm not doing this.
I'm not doing this anymore.
Whatever somebody's going through, like even the little things are things that like
Little things, right?
Yeah. Just a little. There's ways around it. There's ways to go through it. There really is.
Without guns.
Everything is possible. Everything changes with every decision.
Without guns. Serious, don't do that.
And don't shoot.
This is me versus me.
I say murder shooter. I want to be a fucking litigation professional on my mental health podcast. It's not going to go great.
Oh my god. Well, you want to be back. You're here back. Sorry about that. He's getting back.
I'm coming back.
We talked a few times about talking on here about the damages of people's choices.
Right.
So we're going to get into that a little bit. Because it's personal for me.
Yeah.
I
I
made
made
a lot of
fucking
messed
messed up
choices.
choices.
So have I.
I've been
a
part of a lot of messed up choices. And it sucks because you don't understand the volume of which you're speaking until later.
I can agree with that.
So
You go back and reflect on everything.
right. But it takes
a certain amount of time for those things to come to surface. So it's kind of fucked up.
It is.
It's like, how do you reflect on the choice you're about to make without knowing the true repercussions of it? Fuck.
It is fun.
So it's like trying to teach a lesson without any context.
Sorry, headphones are cracking.
So it's a fucked up predicament. You and I both
fall
fallen victim and been a part of.
Just speaking from experience, you know?
Yeah.
The way that we spoke about it off air was the pieces that it takes from you. You don't realize what you're doing to yourself. I feel like this is super vague. And I feel like the listeners deserve a little bit more context. I don't know how to do that right now.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's circumstantial. It's super circumstantial. Because like your things are different from my things. My things are different from their things. So it's like fucked up. But we make choices based on instant gratification, so to speak. And yes, part of that effect, part of it could be more.
Yeah.
Part of it could be activities that you engage in that may not be the fucking best for your life. Part of it could be, God knows what. These things take pieces of you. They take pieces of your humanity and your mental ability.
Yeah.
And it consumes your brain you could be using for much better things with negative space.
No, 100% does. And I agree with that. I know that every single mistake that I've ever made has given me pieces of me in some type of way. And yes, like, you also learn from those mistakes. I'm saying, like, you may have to repeat them 10 to 100 times, however many times until you learn. That's just depending on how your learning is. It depends on what is being done. But it also does take every single time, like, piece by piece. But you do learn from it. You do grow from it. But at the end of the day, there's still that piece of that was there of yourself is no longer there.
To echo what you're saying, I want to emphasize on how important it is that you do grow from it.
Yeah.
Because without that growth, there's nothing important coming from it. All you're doing now is just making mistakes.
No, yeah. That's what I'm saying, like 10 to 100 times. Like, most people at least learn something after 3 times. After doing the same mistake consistently. Sometimes people genuinely don't learn at all. Like, you know.
See, this is where my brain kind of wanders a little bit. Because unfortunately, I like to have more faith in people.
Yeah.
Some people would consider that curse, others blessing, blah, blah, blah. I like to think that whether or not they act on it on the surface, I hope there's really truly somebody in there that's saying, I just keep quiet right now.
Because even that is better than believing, for me, it's better than believing that they truly just don't give a fuck.
Like being them being petty or being them being,
Yeah.
I'm sorry to say this, but them being cocky.
I don't believe in that shit. I don't fucking honestly believe that people are really truly okay with just being assholes about something. I just don't. I would much rather believe that they're just being proud, too proud for the moment, right?
Yeah.
My pride gets more.
Basically entitled. Not entitled, I shouldn't say entitled. That was the wrong word.
They're just not accepting right now.
No. And sometimes people's brains just show off and like they like block out all of that with accepting and accepting responsibilities for the decisions they have made, the things that they have said, you know, the things that they have done, everything. Like overall.
Now, in all fairness, I will say this as a man. These two things can be what it feels like summed up to surviving. Because as a man, you don't want to feel weakness, right?
Yeah, no.
That's a problem.
That's how it is nowadays.
It's the thing. You don't want to feel weakness. But then also, too, the other thing is facing that storm is so much harder.
Yeah, you
So
don't
much
face it.
harder. No, fucking nobody does.
No.
Why the fuck would I turn around and walk into this bitch?
Yeah.
No, absolutely not. So I get that like the alternatives suck. But I also get from everything that I've chosen to do for myself how much better it is on the other side of that storm.
Yeah. After you, sometimes you just, I know it sucks and sometimes like, I'm one of the people that will just, I tend to like walk away.
Right in front of the storm.
Yeah, I just walk away. I don't solve anything, I really don't say anything, I just walk away. And that's something, and that's also a thing called fight or flight mode. And that's something that I do personally struggle with. And it's a learning thing where you kind of have to stop yourself and just continue to go because if you don't face things head on right away or within a few, I was going to say, within like a few weeks of when that storm is created, that's going to turn around and bite your ass. And
These things come back.
then everything comes back. And people do not realize that, whether it's a relationship that you were treated shitty in or you treated them shitty in, to just people in general, everything, like it just turns around and turns back and bites you in the ass. You don't fix your shit right away.
Most shit does. Like I said, legally, emotionally, mentally,
Yep, everything.
most shit will fucking have some kind of effect on you whether you like it or
And
not.
a lot of people don't realize that until it turns around into it. And then by that point, it's too late.
It's not necessarily too late, because still you have a responsibility to hold yourself accountable. Because now you start talking about accountability.
Yeah.
Now I have to face this storm, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is where it's really important. Like, it's the end of the game. Right? If you're still gonna blame everybody else for the shit that you're fucking dealing with right now, now you have a bigger problem. Now you have to fucking look in the mirror. You don't have a choice. Because now the shit's boiling over and it's right in fucking front of you. And this is where I get frustrated because I want so bad for people to just understand the accountability. Once you fucking just face it, you deal with it. And you can move on to something better. You can blossom into something better.
Yeah, it's like a glow stick. Kind of in a way.
Go ahead. I'm in
Go ahead.
It's kind of like a glow stick. Like once,
You gotta break it a little
Yeah.
low.
Yep. Everything's gonna be broken just a little bit, just leave it a little bit.
I've actually never heard that. And that was
Probably
probably
one
one
of
of
the
the
dopest
dopest
analogies
analogies I've ever heard.
My back hurts now, but whatever.
Break a little just to glow. Damn.
Alright. Fucking remember that. Just don't break too much because you're fine.
That's physically. Mentally.
No, it stands true to be mental.
For mentally too, because like,
I mean, all I can
reference
reference to is the things that I want to accomplish now after having accepted the damage that I've done.
Yeah. I don't know what you're gonna do to like, you just move forward.
But now it's like you get to make a choice. Are you going to responsibly handle that, or are you just going to say that you fucking close that chapter and you're just going to fucking open up a new page? But this is where more responsibility, and I feel like this is a big part of, and I say this fucking almost like every episode I realize this, so I'm sorry guys, but this is like part of the bigger reason why I started this bullshit.
Yeah.
Because this is a crucial moment, right? You finally discover how to walk into the storm you caused. Now you have a choice. Now you can learn from it, and you can benefit others with that knowledge.
or you can close that chapter and fucking call it even.
Yeah.
And I feel like if we were all to take a little more time and actually try to help others benefit from the choices that we've made, right? This is where I feel like humans could do a lot better.
Yeah.
And I desire that on such a fucking ridiculous level because we all have this. And I refuse to believe that anybody actually has ill intent or malice in their heart all the fucking time. I just do.
Which is good, but it's also not the best. And I will say that because there is some people out there that are just...
Some people
They're pulled to swallow, I should say.
Some people have made an active decision to make sure that they take care of themselves first.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that means suffering others.
Yeah.
So you're right. But I still, at the end of the day, and I just had this conversation with Jose, will always try to do the right thing, even if that sometimes means that I'm gonna suffer for it.
Yep.
Because it's not, and this sounds really dismissive, and I don't mean it to be like, if I try to do the right thing, and you want to fucking still do evil things,
Yeah.
for example, it's not on me anymore.
Yeah.
You made that choice.
I will say I've lost a lot of friends that meant a lot to me within the past year because I had to make decisions to choose myself for once, and that's something that is really hard for me to do. And now it is turning around and kind of biting my ass a little bit, and I'm having to face all of it, and I'm having to, like I just up and left, bye-bye, like, see ya, and now I'm having to face that as a person. So that's like we were saying, like, you just have to go into the store and, like,
Yeah, I've definitely learned the importance of closure.
closure. Yep.
It sucks. It's painful, right?
Yeah.
But not facing the choices that you make is only going to end up being 10 times more painful if you don't adjust it. And that's not only are you encouraging the damage to yourself at that point, but now you're encouraging whatever you just caused for that person. Right? And I think about this, I think about that particular thing so often. I think about the age that I'm at now and how many different people are going to be dealing with the repercussions of my choices for the next fucking 10 years. Why? Because I know how I feel. And now that I know and I recognize what I did fucking breaks my heart. Right? There's so many people on this planet. So many probably good-hearted people that are going to be dealing with my choices for the next like 10, 20 years of their life.
No, I get that. I've been there. I've done it. And
So it's not necessarily like all on your plate, but at the end of the day, you still have to do what's right by you. And you have to try to do what's right by them.
Yeah. At the end of the day, like, I've been a number of times, especially like recently. And I'm going to be selfish. And I think me and you had this conversation earlier too.
We'll talk a little bit about it.
It's like not being selfish, but like it is being selfish in a way, I guess. It's kind of weird word to say.
Yeah, it is a weird
It is
word.
it's putting yourself first.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit, other than everybody else first in life. And that's some of the things I know a lot of people out there struggling with because it's like they just want to do good and they just want to help and everything else. But sometimes like those people you can't help. Sometimes those people like sometimes you just need to help yourself. Like you can like I said, we're talking going back to pieces. Every single time you help somebody, but you're not helping yourself at the time. At the same time, you're going to lose pieces of yourself.
It's so circumstantial. It's fucking really bad,
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought it up though, because and the same thing I was telling you the other day. When statements like this get thrown around, when people tell you that you need to be selfish and shit like that, people take that shit to the fucking pages and they swing for the fences, right? And that's not the idea. When people say take care of yourself, it doesn't necessarily mean fuck the world. That's not fucking like really the idea, you know? You can still take care of yourself and look out for your fellow human at the same time. But like, take care of yourself like by surrounding yourself with like-minded people by immersing yourself in places that you enjoy, or things that you enjoy.
Yeah.
This means that maybe say no to hanging out with somebody that maybe might be doing something you don't want to do. These are not things. It's not a giant middle finger to the world, right?
It's all a mental thing, to be honest. It really is. Like going back to the
Social media.
it's all mental at the end of the day.
It's a fucking puzzle.
It is.
It's a giant fucking puzzle.
I still can't figure it out all the way. I tried.
You know what? The only thing that I've been repeating to myself for the last fucking like 5 years of my life, and this is a really weird analogy. Somebody told me this because I read motorcycle knowledge.
Yeah.
But somebody said the day that you're comfortable enough to hang up your helmet is the day you stop riding. And I use that. I use that in daily life.
Yeah.
Because the day that you're comfortable with saying, I've learned enough.
No, you've never learned from it.
Right. So the day that you're so comfortable with something that you feel like that's enough is probably the day that you should really fucking look your ass.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah. So I use that. I try to tell myself that often. Yeah, just it's like a humble reminder. It's never gonna stop. We're never gonna stop learning. And getting through some of the shit that had evolved with like this, the podcast, like with all my living situations, shit like that. I got over like one speed bump, and I thought my brain felt, oh shit, we're home free. And then I got over that fucking speed bump with some people in my life, podcasts, stuff like that. Things unfolded, and I thought, shit. Holy shit, I made it.
Yeah.
Fuck no. And then more shit unfolded. And then somebody close to me told me, like, the second you get over one big speed bump, you better look forward to the next 7.
You have a slight rainbow, and every single you have a rainbow, and then every single speed bump you go through.
Yeah.
And then things will start going your way, and then something else will hit it. It's not
necessarily
necessarily it's going to unfold in front of you.
It's not necessarily things that aren't going to go our way. It's just that you need to be ready for the next level of education.
Yeah.
Because it's coming.
Because like you said, like there's always something more.
And I think that's a fucking blessing.
No, it genuinely is.
Is it hard?
It is hard.
Fuck yeah, it's the hardest thing you do in your life. But now it's in your hands again. It's hard.
It's very powerful.
But going back to the beginning, I didn't want to come on here and talk to you about how important it is to reflect on the impact of you. I don't know, like, there's two different sides to this coin that people will think about. One of them is, I'm never going to think personally, right?
Yeah.
Okay, also true, sure. But the other side of that coin is, if I'm never going to think personally, then why should this be a negative, impactful moment?
On their lives, like you said.
You don't know how long this shit's going to carry.
No.
I know what damage that I've caused, and I will never actively choose to leave that kind of a mark behind. That's just my choice.
Like I said, I know
I've
that's
said this in my previous episodes.
but
Like,
like I tell you all the times, like the little things, like
I've always stuck with the people that affected me. Like
the rude, negative, little things.
Little moments.
And I don't know why, but it's always been the rude stuff.
I block out a lot of negative stuff that has happened to me in my life because it's a trauma response.
But it's always been like the small sly comments people have made to me throughout my life that I will always remember. It's the hurt, and I think those are the things that hurt me the most, even out of the bigger things. So it's just like going back on like you were saying, it's like I would just like try to be nice to everyone because at the end of the day you don't know you're ever gonna see that person again the next day, and you don't want to say something that's gonna stick with them for the rest of their lives.
Well, now you know exactly what kind of a comment can stick with you for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
So, human to human, why would you want to flip that on somebody that's supposed to be your fucking team?
Yeah.
Right? Why would you wish that on somebody? There's a lot of things just like me. I remember a lot of stupid shit growing up too. None of it positive.
Yeah.
Just all the negatives.
All
Like you said.
Well, I remember a lot of the negatives growing up. There's a lot of stuff like I don't remember reading. You know.
And you have that's a whole different fucking.
Yeah, that's a whole different
podcast.
Yeah.
But like I've learned over the years that the repercussions for acting out against these hurtful things negatively is so much fucking worse than just like. I mean, I'm learning from them and reacting from them positively.
Yeah.
You know? Not to say that it's not a fucking band-aid, it's not gonna gumball, it's not gonna hold everything together.
No.
But at least, at the very least, you can make sure that you did do that to somebody. And I feel like that's important.
No, it's very important. And people go on day to day, like, just not caring.
And see, this is where we go back to ground zero, where I truly, honestly believe that is not the true intent. I think people just choose to be guarded to survive. It is my choice. It is my choice to believe that.
Yeah.
I understand how it looks on the surface,
Yeah.
but I choose to honestly believe that that's not who the fuck I'm dealing with.
Yeah.
I know that what you're telling
Or
me.
something, or someone made them like that.
Right. This is all. This is circumstantial in of the person that somebody's created.
Yeah.
And like I get it.
And they put everything up in their power to.
I try to really pay attention to who I'm talking to, and I try to really pay attention to how it makes me feel.
Yeah.
And I know that sounds like super shitty or super gay or whatever the fucking wheels on the collar. But I try to really pay attention to somebody's, like, how open they are to me in the moment. And I go to a lot of people day to day.
Yeah.
Right? So I get to see images. I get to see images of real people, and I get to see images of a wall.
I mean, like, I think when we first met, like, 3 years ago, I don't think I really talked much. I didn't really say anything.
You didn't.
I didn't open up. Like, it takes a while, so I do understand that. I understand where you're coming from about it. And if somebody was, like, say you're gonna meet me now, or somebody was to meet me in general, I'm not a very talkative person when you first meet me. I'm just kind of, like, very off-guarded. I don't talk much. I'm just, like, you know. So that's funny you say that. I reflect on myself because I'm just like, I can't imagine every single day like dealing with like the people that you work with, and not the people you work with, but the people that you come across every single day. Like, some of them probably don't say anything to you, some of them probably talk a lot, some of them probably just say like a few things, like, you know, it's just depending on the person.
Things are going to vary so widely in this conversation, also too because of who you're a rather small female.
Yeah.
Right, so your day-to-day interactions are going to go much differently than mine. Okay? So, I made the mistake in high school of putting on a persona that I didn't want people to bug me. Because I did. I do bully a lot. So I changed it.
Yeah.
Don't fucking look at me.
Yeah.
I don't like anybody. Fuck you. Right? That's what I put on. And then guess what it did? It set in.
Yep.
It carried in. So now to this fucking day, whether I like it or not, that's what my face says.
Yeah.
So now, thanks to my fucking choices. Oh yeah. Well, in my case, it's RDF.
Better.
So now, thanks to my choices in high school, without knowing what I was doing, now I have to put an active effort into making sure that I'm not a threat. Because most people perceive me as such.
Yeah.
Garen fucking T, on a normal, even some of the cops that I work with firsthand, will perceive me as such. So now I have to put an active effort into making sure that they know who I am.
Yeah.
Because that's not who I am. I'm not a threat.
No.
I don't want to be a threat.
No.
So that sucks, you know?
Yeah.
Wildly different conversation for you. Because you just have a different set of interactions. And everybody will as such, you know?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I don't genuinely get approached a lot in public. I just don't. But I feel like it's like you said, like the vibes and stuff like that. But I feel like the vibes that I give off, and then people like, no, like I don't want to be approached. I genuinely don't want to be approached in public. I just don't. I don't like it. I mean, if you were to approach me, I'm never gonna be mean. Never.
And this is where it differs from you to me because in your circumstance, it's probably a little bit safer.
Yeah.
Potentially safer,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So, I
kind of get it's getting into a question mark area where it's like you don't want to figure it out one way or the other. We don't need to figure out if it's safer or not. We'll just need to not.
No, but like you said, you're into the price and like sort of like.
I do. I'm a firm. I think our energies interact long before our words do. You're gonna know.
Somebody walks through the room.
You're gonna know exactly whether or not we're gonna have a conversation or not. Some people do. I'm sorry. Most people, luckily, find that interaction, and I'm cool with it. But some people don't. Some people fucking just don't. And it's crazy. But
Definitely crazy.
The long-term effects are something I'm not a fan of learning about as I get older. Like just not.
Like I said, it was turn around and back.
No, I mean I've learned over the last 2 years. I've tried in so many different instances to tell a lot of people in my life, like, I discovered that this shit that you're not addressing is going to boil over at some point, whether you fucking like it or not. And in my case, it comes out scrambled. It comes out messy and not violent, but scrambled and panicked and not good. And I cannot express, I mean, I've seen actually firsthand a few of my really close friends who have history similar. I've watched them break it down and let it out. Oh my god, the trauma's coming out in this room.
There's definitely
Holy fucking shit. And thank God that some of my closest friends have let some of their past and their histories, and they've accepted the choices that they've made and shit like that before it comes out uncontrollably. And that's something we value, you know?
What is 100%?
That's called, I fucking hate that it always comes down to a word. Accountability.
It's also called growing.
Growth. Yeah. You have to look at yourself in the mirror, and you have to be willing to say, I fucked up a lot. I made those choices, and now we have to figure out how to move forward.
But going on those choices, though, I'm gonna reflect on that because it's not gonna be right away that you're going to be able to know how to fix something, or how to go about it, or even if you do fix it, that it may not happen again. We all, like, going back to learning. We all need to learn. It's practice. At the end of the day, like, if you look at yourself in the mirror and you're like, this is what I need to fix, this is how I'm gonna fix it. Okay, you know those two things. Now, third, you're gonna do it. But you also have to sit there and you have to practice every single day. It's not even just, you may not just something, but every time you encounter that moment that you need to practice that, you need to. And then you're gonna go right back to the old habits, and you're gonna go right back to the same pattern that you were. And that's where people fall into issues. I feel like a lot of the time because it's just like.
This is something that on the last episode we was just talking about. Is showing up for yourself. Self-discipline. You have to be able to keep yourself in check. And if you can't, sure, you fucking make a small mistake, small slip up, fucking own it right then and there in that moment. You know, just fucking cut the cord, call it a day. But you have to own it. It's discipline. It's literally if you're willing to own your shit moment for moment. And again, a lot of people, people don't let their pride, but people let their pride drive them day to day. And if that pride's in the way, then these things just don't work. Pride and resolution just don't go together.
No.
They just don't. And I get it, that's the survival instinct. But you have to fucking dial it back.
It's driving the wall.
You have to stop, you have to stop hating everything so you can start owning your choices and making things right. And let's be clear here, what I'm saying and what we're asking and the things that we're acknowledging right now, we're talking about fucking more than half the population on this planet. You know, this is an amazing thing that could go right for everybody, but the world is fucked up right now.
No, it genuinely is.
And I feel like that's so important to acknowledge. Like, I'm not sitting here talking about a dreamland where everybody just all of a sudden becomes
No, like I said, it's going to take practice from everyone.
Everyone.
Every person in this world has something that they can work on within themselves. Nobody here is perfect. We're all just trying to survive. And, you know, like you said, we all make mistakes, you know, but that's what we're not going to own up to it.
That's exactly it, though. It's like human, we're all just trying to survive, right? So why we spend so much time hating each other, and you make, not you, like certain circumstances, they make choices just to make sure that they're taken care of, regardless of what it does to this guy, and then this guy makes, you know, it just keeps going. It's just a fucking domino effect.
Yeah, it is.
And we don't have to.
No.
We don't need to. We're all in the same fucking. There's like, what are they, like 80% of us are in the same working class.
Yeah.
And we're all just gonna continuously fight each other until what?
Nothing.
Until we're all fucking buried. Why? Because we couldn't stop fighting each other. That's dope. Great. We gotta do because you guys were too busy being prideful. No, I'm just kidding. That's what it's. But you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know what you.
You're totally right. We're all just literally trying to survive, and
You know, I mean, coming from me, I will say that, like, I do hold grudges and things like that, and there are people in this world that I do not like. But all that aside, that they needed me or if something like, I would be there. 100%.
at the end of the day, this is something I get a lot of flack for, and I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people in my life that feel free to have a seat. There's a lot of people in my life that have done me wrong.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I've accepted that. And this is where I get flack. Because those people, anybody could still call me. If somebody were to call me with their problems and own it on the like,
Yeah.
own the issue that's at hand.
Yeah.
Don't fucking feed me excuses to a little sound,
Yeah.
right? And see all through your bullshit.
Yep.
Not a question. So if you come to me with a problem, no matter how much I dislike you, and you say, this is the issue, I need this help.
Yeah.
Dope, I'm on your side.
Yeah.
Right? It doesn't matter. Human to human, I fucking got you.
Yeah. And it's like recently I just removed myself from a friend and I was like, okay, you know. And I gotta apologize to. I had to make a choice right then and there whether or not I was gonna accept an apology and move on, or if I was gonna still be upset about the situation.
Right.
And I chose to do right and accept an apology and move on and go forward. But if I was to sit there and like not accept an apology, the part of me in the back of my head would have been like, why didn't you? Why didn't you?
Right.
You know, but that's just human. And I know like a lot of people like make mistakes when they like sit back and they reflect, like we talked about before, and then it's like, oh, this is how I gotta fix it. Well, most people don't do anything about it.
And see, this leads me to one of the biggest parts of everything that I'm trying to accomplish, which it sucks that it happened so late in my life. But now that I have I've come to terms with the choices that I made, the persons that I have been in the past, everything like that.
Yeah.
Now the only thing that I want to be able to do is to give solutions to people who would give solutions to me if I needed it.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
No, it does 100%.
Because I know what it's like to make that phone call, right? And I know what it's like to fucking to beg for forgiveness. I know what it's like to not know if I'm gonna have a place to sleep tonight. So
Yeah.
the only thing that I want is to have some kind of resolution for a moment. If somebody's gonna come to me correct, then I'm gonna make sure that I give them the opportunity to come correct.
Yeah.
And I think that's respectable.
Yeah. No.
Just being on the other side of that, not a lot of people understand that.
No.
So
No.
it's fucked up, but
I've been there too.
well, that's why I choose to use the things that I know now to make sure that somebody else can learn from them and maybe just a little bit easier.
Yeah.
You know, I made a lot of those phone calls, and I never had a lot of help. But I made a lot of those phone calls because of a lot of my choices.
Yeah, I mean, those phone calls were because I have my own choices.
There's a lot
Or
of
the people I surround myself with.
there's a lot of fucking people that won't fucking see my name because of a lot of the choices I made, right?
Yeah.
And those are just the things I have to deal with.
Yeah.
But those are also pieces of knowledge that I'm going to hold close to forever. So, it's kind of what drives me these days, you know? It's a bit cunty. It's a bit cunty. Because sometimes I gotta pay the price for it. What do you do? Like I said, at the end of the day, I'm just gonna try and do right. We're gonna try and just be present as a human as much as I can.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. I just kind of live there every day, which is not a great business plan.
But you always figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I have the knowledge to figure it out. That's one of the things that you can say, a person turned into a lesson.
And so, beginning the intro around and doing the small things we do.
You know how to figure it out. There's a way to figure it out.
There's always a way.
Yeah.
There's always a way.
There is. That's why, what do I repeat so often? I feel like my new favorite fucking phrase is, well, what's the alternative? Nothing. Well, there's no alternative. Right? You're going to put yourself in a situation, guess what you got to do now? Got to find your way out. There's no fucking alternative.
Fix it.
That's how that works. I don't give myself that option. I don't know.
There's always a way to fix things and figure it out.
But going back to the beginning, I feel like it's super important to acknowledge, like I said, the long term of the choices you're making.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot of shit that you're unfolding on something you may not necessarily know what to do with it. And that's the crazy thing to think about is the choices that you're going to make by dragging somebody else into it.
Yeah.
May not be somebody who knows how to deal with it like you.
Yeah.
They may not know how to mitigate the pain.
I think in a way though people like speaking about fires again, I feel like in a way you kind of know though who you can not to like do something like, you know, you get what I'm saying?
You can, but let's be honest, right? In these moments, most of the time circumstantial, we're talking about selfish choices.
Yeah.
Right. So we're not really looking at the person as a person. We're looking at gratification.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not just specifying sex.
Yeah, no, I know.
But as a whole, he might just be doing something for you to benefit from.
Yeah.
That person may not know. The fucking tornado's gonna be done, and they're just gonna be like, what the fuck just happened, right?
And you said you're taking a piece of somebody.
Yeah. But
You're either taking a piece of yourself or you're going to take a piece of somebody else at the end of the day. Or both. And just depending on that.
But how bad is it going to feel when you realize that piece was the last piece? That happens a lot. And you don't know what you're doing something. You don't know who you're dealing with. You don't know who that person is. You don't know who that person is.
Yeah.
And that's the fucked up thing. You just don't know. And if you're prepared to deal with that, then you know what? I'm really sorry for you. I'm honest to God. I'm really fucking, I apologize, and if you're prepared to deal with that, then by all means. But I don't think anybody is.
No, nobody.
In their heart, I don't think anybody's really prepared to deal with that kind of conversation.
No, not at all.
So,
I know I wouldn't be.
fuck no. It's a good reflection moment. This is kind of a vague scenario, but it's slightly relatable. But so many people ask guys who just join the military especially, right?
Yeah.
Do you think you can kill someone? Oh yeah, I'm sure 90% of these motherfuckers. Everybody's got a fucking heart, everybody's full of discipline.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can kill someone. You know what happens a majority of the time statistically? They say that the first time they're forced to use their gun, they freeze.
Yeah.
So ask yourself the same thing. Are you prepared to let somebody else do that other choices you made? Are you gonna fucking be able to walk away from that?
Repercussions.
Because I tell you what, I don't know what the fuck I would do if I knew that I was somebody's direct cause of that much damage.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you. What the fuck? You think I'm gonna be able to walk away from that okay?
No.
Fuck no.
No.
I'm gonna crumble with it.
Yeah.
Things are gonna come down. No, it's gonna take a piece. It's gonna take a big piece.
Yeah.
Just just like everything else that fucking was take a piece of you.
Yeah.
So,
Pieces of me let go.
oh no, I made that choice. You know that.
Well, I know that, but I'm just saying, how many pieces is somebody willing to let go of themselves?
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's the ultimate question. What do you
Until
mean?
they have enough, and they snap or they break, and then we're wondering why they're acting the way that they do.
Well, you have to make the choice. If it's going to be, are you going to take the easy road? You take the hard road. You take the road of healing.
Yeah.
Or you fucking just keep putting the walls.
Yeah.
You just stay.
And the road of healing is not easy at all. People think that it's pretty easy, it's a piece of cake, it's not.
Yeah, but like, what again? I say it again. What's the alternative? Like, we're just gonna stay stuck in the machine, and I'm gonna blink tomorrow, and be 70 and still be a fucking toilet paper. Why? Because I just want to sit in my little comfort zone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
And expand your things.
Doesn't work. You have to step outside your comfort zone. Those are just families. So, yeah. What else? Well, I'm not fucking on it. We'll call it that. Amen. We'll call this church. Any emails, don't forget to email at wevespinfo@gmail.com and unfuck yourself.